much pressure do you have to perform from day one?
There's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. I've been getting pressure since I was 10 years old. I don't think there's no pressure for me because I'm doing something that I love to do. And that's play the game of basketball.
Here he comes the other way. There's your first James jam.
Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life.
I'm not going to guarantee no championship. I tell you that. I'm going to just try to do the best I can.
Oh, blocked by James.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Laker Nation want their respect. I want my damn respect too.
LeBron James is now the all-time leading scorer.
This is one of the long-term dreams I always had.
To be able to be along my son has been one of the most gratifying journeys.
The first father-son duo in an NBA game.
To the cutting James. Oh! Look out!
The legend of LeBron continues to grow. Who else but the king?
One thing I always say, don't never let somebody tell you you can't achieve something. Don't ever let nobody tell you that.
23 years in, and number 23 is still going. Already the game's all-time leading scorer, and when LeBron James plays in his 50th game this season, he will become the all-time games played leader, officially having stepped on an NBA floor more times than any of the 5,000-plus players in NBA history. But heading into the season, LeBron finds himself maybe in some unfamiliar territory. The Lakers, they spent the summer prioritizing a deal with Luka Doncic, and that makes sense. He agreed to a 3-year, $165 million deal with the all-world talent, and yesterday they announced a new contract with JJ Redick after he won 50 games and secured the number 3 seed in the Western Conference in his first season as head coach. But the Lakers, they did not reach an extension with LeBron. Ultimately, it led to James picking up his $52.6 million option for the 2025-26 season, fueling the speculation about the superstar's future with the team set to open training camp next week. So we need a little bit more information on all of that. So for that, we welcome back in our senior insider, Sharpe. Before we dig into this just a little bit further, let's focus on what has happened here. JJ Redick did get an extension, Shams. How did the Lakers agree to this?
Malika, so I'm told the Lakers gave JJ Redick a 2-year extension, so that gives them a total of 5 years through 2029, 2030 at $45 million. So this makes it clear JJ Redick is the coach, not just now, but moving forward for the long term, beyond just the LeBron James era in Los Angeles. And as these coaching contracts are continuing to go up, as his deal is starting to end, and as he has 1 year tick off, they wanted to make sure they gave him 2 extra years, so he's locked in there till 2030.
All right, so JJ Redick, that extension is taken care of. So now we can talk about the extension that we did not see. JJ Redick and team president Rob Pelinka spoke on LeBron James's future. Take a listen.
The first thing we want to do in terms of LeBron and his future is just give him absolute respect to choose his story with his family in terms of how many years he's going to continue to play. He's earned that right, and he's the best one to talk about that in terms of how many years he'd like to play. First things first would be for him to be able to make the decisions he wants to in terms of how long he wants to play. We're going to continue to honor and respect that and let him speak into that.
Was able to spend some time with him here in LA a couple weeks ago, and I came away from that thinking that he's in a great spot mentally, and know he's going to give us his absolute best.
Our NBA reporter Dave McMenamin was in that room yesterday. Dave, what do you take away from JJ and Rob's comments here?
Well, I followed up with Rob after he gave his initial answer saying that he would be welcome to LeBron deciding where his future goes. And I said, what if LeBron's decision is in the summer of 2026 he wants to re-sign with the Lakers? And Rob said, we would love if LeBron retired as a Laker. He didn't discuss the option of actually extending another deal. And to me, that was notable. The fact that he spoke about the idea of LeBron retiring a Laker, not retiring in 27 as a Laker,
right now.
Retiring as a Laker.
Right, essentially after this season is reading between those lines. So do the decisions they've made this summer signal to you, Tim, that LeBron, he's going to be in the purple and gold for multiple years beyond just this year?
I think it goes back to Dave's questions, why it was the right thing to ask yesterday, which is what are the plans for both LeBron James and the Lakers? Like, yeah, you could say the Lakers have made things better and maybe LeBron will want to stay, but that doesn't get back to the central question of do the Lakers want LeBron James back? And right now, I think going through this season, this is all going to be about, as you look at the depth chart here that the Lakers have, are both sides in this marriage beyond this season? Or is this a marriage of convenience for right now because there wasn't a better option on the table? And will for either side there be a better option next summer? Perhaps there won't be a better option for either side and they come back for another year. Or perhaps the Lakers can get some different players that they want to have around Luka Doncic instead, or perhaps LeBron James could find a place he'd rather be. But I think until we get clarity from either LeBron or the Lakers that they definitely want to be together after this year, I don't think this question's going away, and I suspect Dave will be asking it a few more times throughout the season.
LeBron James' focus is really just on this season, and his future beyond that is really dependent on how this team is doing and where does this team stack up, what kind of start they get off to. And the one request he has made that Rich Paul gave in his statement on the opt-in day right before July was he wants the action for this team to become a title contender and compete for a championship. Outside of that, LeBron James, my understanding is he hasn't been involved at all in Lakers operations. He's going to report for media day, training camp, and we'll see how this team looks. But there hasn't been the inquiries from LeBron James on what's going on here, what's going on there. He's been enjoying his summer, and then he's going to report on media day, and we'll be off to the races from there.
And when we talk about how this team looks, Sean, we have to think about what they have in terms of assets to make the team better if they don't look as good as everybody wants them to be, all the stakeholders. So what does that mean? Does it mean that they're going to be moving on from some of the expiring contracts that they can put together to go after a player that's out there on the market? Does it mean the 2031 or 2032 draft pick that they have available? They can trade one of them. Will they put that towards the center of the table? And will there be a tension if they don't? Because perhaps LeBron James's camp would say, are you planning for the future when we're not here and then you only use it then? Or we heard that you want to make this team as competitive as possible. If we need to pivot here, let's put all the assets to the table.
Luka Doncic is going to be a huge part of the way this team looks this year, right? And in addition to what LeBron James is going to do and what his future is going to look like, skinny Luka has been a huge topic of conversation, for lack of a better term. And we got our opportunity for the first time to hear JJ Redick's thoughts. Take a listen.
I get the sense from talking to him all summer, spending time with him, not only just here, but at the Backstreet Boys, that this is his life now. This is his routine. This is just a daily commitment to the new standard that he's set for himself. His excitement level, not just in what he hopes the season will be, but his excitement level in embracing this new standard was very high. Whatever emotions he was going through post-trade, like it had an effect on him. So again, it goes back to what I just said about LeBron. I expect the best version of Luka, and it's my job as a coach to bring that out on a daily basis.
You could say that Luka has a fire. One desire. Luka Doncic's 34.7 points a game at Eurobasket this summer. They were the third most at a single tournament in Eurobasket history, and the most since Greece's Nick Gallis.